Hi, it's Diane. It's October 24th, 2020. And on the screen here you see two full moons. Well, I wanted to go in and explain a little bit more about the dream I had on November the 2nd, 2018, about two full moons. Uh, when I had the dream, I kind of didn't know what it meant about the two full moons, but since then, I've noticed a few things that are probably pretty important, but you're going to have to be the judge of that. Uh, when researching the two full moons, I would Google two full moons, and what would come up would be two full months. And that led me to Adar 2, which on the Jewish calendar means a leap year. So the last Jewish leap year, I believe, was in 2019, and the next one's in 2022. But the interesting thing is that right now in 2020, it is our leap year, my leap year, the Gentile leap year. So I think that's what that means, that something big is going to happen on a leap year, this leap year, October. In October, and I'll say in October because in the dream, and I'll just kind of start from the beginning, and hopefully I can explain it as we go. If not, well, I'll do my best. I was at my sister's house. My sister's name is Debbie. We were packing up her house because she was going to move. Now I say we because it was me and two guys who I didn't know, so I assumed they were just hired help. I was packing up the stuff, or I noticed around the room were boxes that had been packed up. So I assumed I had done it. But the two guys that were with me were just sitting at her kitchen table, eating and drinking. Just kind of keep that in mind. That's all they were doing. They was eating and drinking. They weren't doing anything else. And all of a sudden, my brother-in-law, Michael, appeared. And he was in his military uniform, and he said he had come to take Debbie home. Now, Michael died about 30-something years ago in a helicopter crash. So for him to be in his uniform might be significant. His name Michael is significant because it means who is like God. Deborah means B-E-E, which means community, and which leads me to think it means church. So he said, I came to take Debbie home. Well, Debbie wasn't there. My sister is a Christian. Michael is a Christian. But she was not there. I was the one there getting her house in order, if you will. I was there. She was not. My sister is a worldly person in that she loves to shop, she loves to go places, she loves to sightsee, she loves to go to restaurants, and I mean loves to. And she kind of, when she's around you, she's the kind of person that kind of forces you to go, but she's the oldest sister, so we do what we love to make her happy. Let's just put it that way. So the next scene is I'm walking outside and I pass this swimming pool. It had water in it, but it was murky water, had leaves on it, needed to be cleaned, like it hadn't been cleaned in a while. And then I'm at the back fence looking up in the sky with these two guys beside me to my right, and I see the two moons. And I'm saying to the guys, look at these two moons. The clouds were going by them very, very quickly, so you had to really keep your eyes peeled just to make sure that you could clearly see them, but they were partially obscured by clouds swiftly going by. So anyway, one of the guys had a camera, so I took it from him, and they were still chit-chatting with each other, wouldn't look up. They were clueless. So I'm taking pictures, snapping pictures quickly, because of the clouds. Now, having the clouds going by so quickly made me think that when I had the dream back in 2018, it wasn't exactly the time. That time would fly by quickly before something big to happen. Now, October, this month, there are 2 full moons in this month. October 1 and October 31, Halloween. Now, let's talk about that swimming pool with the water in it. It means like a gathering of people. Water can mean people, water can mean spirit. Now, for the water to be dirty and unclean, in my mind, I have come to believe that it means unclean spirits. Now, unclean spirits on October 31 means Halloween to me. So this dream means to me that something big is going to happen on Halloween of this year. And I don't like to say Halloween, so I'm going to say October 31 of this year. In just a few days from now. A couple of weeks maybe, I don't know. But, so, like I said, those guys were clueless. My sister was not there when her husband came to get her. So let's talk about the rapture as opposed to the escape of the bride. Michael, being her husband in my lifetime, he was her husband, and he came to take Debbie home. To me, that is his bride, and he was going to take her home. Michael, meaning who is like God, was going to take her out of the church home, but she wasn't there. She was out doing worldly things. So it makes you think that his purpose was to come and get his bride, like in Hosea, when in the first chapter of Hosea, when God tells Hosea, who means deliverer, to go get your wife of whoredom. Now, whoredom just means Gentile, and Debbie is a Gentile. Most of the Christian church are Gentiles. So he was going to take her home, out of the church and home. Or does she represent the church, and the church is not there? Is it the left behind church? Well, anyway, Michael disappeared, and she never showed up, and I mean, it's all kind of confusing, but I'm pretty sure that something big like the escape of the bride is supposed to happen on October 31. And it just makes me think that because Debbie was his bride. Debbie was Michael's bride. Now, Michael, like I said, he died in 1986. And his name is Michael. I don't know. It's not a coincidence that God gave me this dream. We've got people there sitting and eating in her kitchen, eating and drinking in her kitchen. She's not there. She's part of the church. It's October 31. There's going to be the second moon in a leap year, Adar 2. Just think about all of that, and I hope I kind of made myself clear. It's just, I don't really like doing videos, and now that I live out in the country on a ranch, I don't really have access to a real computer to type it all out, and so I'm just kind of doing this off the top of my head, so forgive me, please. Just kind of think about everything I've just said, and I don't know what's going to happen, but I just know it has to mean something. So anyway, if you have any questions, please leave them for me, and I'll try to get back to them, but I think it's really important, y'all. So I say put on the full armor of God because I think we're going to need it. But anyway, like I said, if you have any questions, let me know. And the Lord bless and keep every single one of you. I pray for every one of you every single night. Anyway, I hope I didn't miss anything. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.